Yo, 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 what is good, everybody? Welcome in, welcome in. How we feeling out there on this Thursday? We got another JSU soccer game. We missed out on the second game of the season. But we are back with game three, I believe. We got the JSU Lady Tigers taking on why is my camera doing this craziness? Anyway, we got the Lady Tigers taking on the Hilltoppers of Western Kentucky. So without further ado, we're gonna get into this. But before we do, make sure you like the streams, subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying the content. There are gonna be more contents, and next week, y'all, is football season. So get ready because it's gonna be so much fun. So much fun. But we're gonna get through these commercials real quick. Then we're gonna hop into this game, and hopefully we can get us a dub out of here. You know, I think Coach Flo, I think there's some adjustments that need to be made. So hopefully he has made those adjustments. And my goodness, why is my green screen doing some craziness here? I don't know, but it is what it is. Um, but again, hopefully Coach has made those adjustments and we can come out on top. I believe this is their first home game for West Kentucky, and they just capped off a 10-0 win the other night. Not sure who they played, but looks like they're going to be a solid team. But I know our girls are very resilient, and we're going to knock some people down. So before hopefully they get done with these commercials so we can go ahead and watch some soccer, you know. um but I hope everybody's been having a great day. I believe She Love Thee is going live this evening, I think around 8 p.m. For the preseason game for week 0, which I believe would be the SWAC MEAC Challenge, Southern against North Carolina Central. So that's going to be a fun stream. So make sure y'all go tap in with her. It's going to be a lot of interesting conversations being had, and yeah. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this game, y'all. Y'all let me know if y'all can't hear the game. And I will be trying to do some color commentary as well, just kind of giving my perspective of things. So I'm gonna be silent for the most part of this game, so we can enjoy the game together. That was a close call. Very close call. Oh, they are pressuring. Give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. I just checked the sound and it is not going. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna take this off real quick. I apologize. I apologize.
A lot of pressure in the first two losses. Jackson State has been outcornered by 18, a 20-2 margin. It looks like it will be Georgia Liapis set up in that far corner to send it in. Cam Davis, off her 3-goal performance in the win over Rio Grande, gets marked in the box by number 28, Michaela Sturkey. Just a sophomore tasked with guarding Davis. Liapis sends it in. Misconnection, and it's popped into the net by Wiederman.
Great job there by Wiederman. First ball went over a couple
defender,
Lady Topper heads in the box, bounced right to Wiederman, and she got just enough on it where the Jackson State defender couldn't flick it out of the goal.
The third career goal for Abby Wiederman. A perfect connection, popped right in past Jackson State's number 5, Zanaya Gonzaga.
I mean, it was, but
yeah, and if I remember correctly, I think Wiederman scored a goal maybe
nobody
in her freshman
marking
debut,
anybody.
home opener last year. And
against Union, she had 2 that night.
Doing it again, when your center back scores your first goal, that's always a big momentum boost.
The third career goal for Wiederman, and it only took 3 minutes to get it started. WKU on the board to open their first home match of the season, 1-0.
And I think the key for WKU is to keep up the pressure. It's easy to get that first goal and try to relax, but the goal is to get more goals, obviously, and just keep putting the Jackson State defense under pressure.
And it's a great start for a team looking to prove that outburst they had against an NAIA school is valid. No better way to do that against a physical team like Jackson State than to get one in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, that early goal is always helpful. Coach Nidell always preaches the critical fives, the first and last 5 minutes of every half, and then the first 5 minutes after a goal. So it'll be interesting to see if WKU can keep up this pressure.
Credit the assist to Georgia Liapis off the corner set piece, her 4th career helper. Egan fighting with Sturkey to win control, and she gets popped. That's a foul, and it's a pretty evident call against a physical Jackson State defender in Sturkey.
Yeah, good job there by Egan to get enough by Sturkey to, force her to really foul her before she got into the box.
Look at the physicality. One thing is certain for Sturkey, she doesn't skip her arm days. She's got pythons on those biceps of hers. So Liapis with another set piece opportunity, shoots it in. It's disruptive, and there's a knockdown in the box. Doesn't land anywhere, and Jackson State gets out of it with the ball sent back to WKU second-year defender Mia Merritt.
Yeah, that one was close. It's hard. It's easy from a spectator's vantage point to say it's supposed to be a foul, whether it's, in the offensive third, defensive third. If it doesn't matter if it's in the box or not, if it's a foul, it's a foul. But the referee didn't see enough in that one to give a penalty.
Davis with the misconnection. Now taking a charge at it. Jackson State with the shoot out of the box by Sarah Portis, the veteran defender from Anaheim, California. So far, Jackson State playing the first 6 minutes in their back porch. Now we get another fight for the ball. And Jackson State comes out of it.
Good job there by Egan to pressure. Didn't win the ball directly right there, but forced Jackson State to play one long to nobody just to get out of pressure. And now WKU's got possession again.
Now let's see if Jackson State can do something when they've got things on the offensive half of the field here. This has been an area they haven't had a lot of time to spend in. Simpson with a good control, getting the start today for Captain Rebecca Roth as the holding midfielder, setting up Egan on the down break before Portis marks her. You can see the connection and the matchup there. You want to put a veteran on a young freshman in her first home match. No better one than Sarah Portis of Jackson State. Oh, here comes a souvenir. There we go. So Jackson State wins the ball back. And it looks like Jackson State is sending in a new sub. Number 19, Alea Jackson, is the first entry. The Jackson, Mississippi native playing for her hometown team. And she will come in for starting defender Jalen Greer.
Quick substitution there. Not sure if Coach saw something he didn't like early on, or if it's typical for them to run people in and out, but we'll find that out soon enough.
Jackson State under the leadership of seventh-year head coach Ted Flogates, Dr. Ted Flogates, helping Jackson State make a run to both a SWAC and SWAC tournament championship just back in 2022. The 5th and 6th championships won by this Jackson State program since they first became a program in 2002.
Well, that's a pretty good ratio there to have that many championships and only about 23, 24 years of existence.
Yeah, and you know something? Flogates and his administrative superiors thought so too. He just got a contract extension before this season.
Cam Davis looking for Mia Merritt down the sideline.
And a sliding stop to get the ball away from her leads Jackson State to poke it out short of the end line and avoid the corner kick.
Aggressive challenge there with the slide tackle, but she got the ball and was able to keep Merritt from getting down to the end line to get a cross in.
So let's see it right here. Merritt trying to isolate, but then that looks like a legal slide there from Farmer. She was going for the ball. So the Hilltoppers, in the first 3 minutes of their home season in 2025, they scored on a set-piece corner from Leapis to Wiederman. And now we'll try another corner from Leapis after it did go out, and the header gets ricocheted, shot back out top, and that kick wasn't exactly where it needed to be for Leapis. As you see Jackson State knock the ball out of the way and send the Hilltoppers backpedaling.
Yeah, it looked like Cora Kipley took that corner using that left foot to try to get that one swinging in toward the goal, and great ball in. McKenna Eakin got her head on it, but not quite enough to find the back of the net.
Lauren Alexander getting the start in her first home match, the young freshman from Chattanooga wearing Hilltopper 23. The Tops go with their black jerseys today. Another fight for the ball. A lot of hard action as Maggie Belair tries to keep it. And it goes out, a foul called against Belair.
Yeah, and Belair's not going to back down from a physical challenge. She likes a physical game and plays really hard over and over. So it'll be interesting to see her go back and forth with the physicality today.
You think she's charged up to be playing her first home match in front of her hometown?
I think so. That's always something you look forward to as a local kid.
Maggie Belair, a sophomore in her second season here on the Hill. Trying to take advantage of the energy she probably feels. Hilltoppers win possession as Leapis runs it back over. Alexander with a long connection to Davis, disrupted by Portis. Portis seems to be the primary marker for all the top line talent.
Yeah, she does. I don't know if that's just a coincidence or if that's by design where they're trying to keep her on everybody.
Safe to say the physicality has been in full display here so far, just as these teams want.
Yeah, it has. And it'll be interesting to see, if you're WKU, can you get the ball at your feet? Can you get the ball at your feet and knock it around quick enough to where that physicality doesn't matter because you got Jackson State chasing the ball?
Long shot on the set piece setup. Davis ahead. Portis pops it over. Jackson State putting heads to the ball. There's the disruption by Belair. Leopis has it disconnected. That being said, WKU still in their attacking third. Already up 1-0.
Leopis looking for Egan on a through ball there. Can't quite connect it.
So Jackson State still playing under heavy pressure, but doing a good job of making Goodlow's job a little bit easier. Even with the goal out, she hasn't faced a heavy load of action so far, and her defense has been organized. Ball controlled. Oh, there you go. That's pretty flagrant right there for Kiana Farmer, and that's going to set up another short set piece on the way for WKU.
Yeah, it looked like the ball got by her. She was not letting the ball and the player get by her.
Yeah,
so.
she was using her hands there. So here comes another set piece try for Georgia Leopis, the primary set piece player.
And this free kick's from an interesting position because it's one of those where she can try to hammer it right on goal, and if she has a teammate run in front of it and get a foot to it, it'll totally change the direction of the ball, kind of like in hockey where they just slap it at the goal and hope it gets redirected. I would anticipate this to go on goal.
Leopis the shot, right to Goodlow for the easy save.
It does go on goal, but makes it easy on Goodlow. Hardly had to move for that one.
Goodlow's had a lot of saves so far this year. Entered this match with 15, including a 10-piece that she put up in the 3-0 loss at Middle Tennessee a couple days ago. She's been busy. Long distance kick down the midfield line, and on the near side, Jackson State might have something. So WKU doing their darndest and staying with it. Of course, we know the pedigree of WKU defensively. Historically, that's always been their calling card.
You know, it really has. It's been the past 5 or so years. It's been finding consistent offense has been the problem. But it's one of those things you can't win if you don't score, but you also can't lose if you don't give up a goal.
Here comes Egan. Knocked down. Whistle blows, and the foul is called on Portis. And this is an interesting spot, and look at that. A yellow card is ready to be issued. Make that the 7th one called on Jackson State this year.
Yeah, and that wasn't so much as how hard of a foul it was. It was more just Egan had gotten in behind her defender, and the left back for Jackson State happened to keep Egan onside, and so the defender made sure Egan didn't get to go in for a one-on-one.
Jackson State entered this contest 4th in the nation in yellow cards drawn already. Doesn't look like they're changing the strategy here. So this is an interesting spot, Casey, on where this set piece is set up right above the box.
Yeah, I would expect Leopis to have a rip on goal with this one. It'd surprise me if we see anything else.
Leopis already has an assist today. Could she score her 4th goal in the last 2 halves of soccer?
That Jackson State is ranked 4th in the nation.
Shot, and it sails high.
In the yellow
just over the goal. You know, sometimes those ones that close to the box are hard to get up over the wall and down under the crossbar.
Very physical.
As we can see there, plenty of power on that one, but not able to get it to dip over the wall.
Goal kick coming up for Valentina Goodlow, the Jackson State goalie, who's been busy so far through her first 2 matches. Averaging 7.5 saves through the first 2 losses. She leads the SWAC in the early going. She gets the ball out to Jackson. Disruption on the outside by Belair, but Jackson State will get the throw in, and the official will make sure they don't quick it.
Yeah, just having to move back about 10 yards there. That's one of those tricks if you play soccer. You always try to get as much yardage as you can there on those throw-ins and free kicks.
Is it like when you're golfing, you shank it in the rough, but you're the only one around, so you just say, hey, I found it right here next to all this brush?
That's a decent comparison as we see another foul there.
So Alexander with this longer set piece kick. A booming kick to the middle. Headed back by Portis. Belair. There goes Grant Clavillo in pursuit. She gets boxed out. Great kick, and it's headed off by Wiederman. How do you like that from Gonzaga?
Yeah, no, great job, and did just enough to get by Grant Clavillo to get that ball down the sideline.
So Gonzaga, the young defender, adjusting to fast and heavy early season pressure. Trying to keep the pressure on WKU. The ball is fought for by Kayla Williams, the preseason second-team All-SWAC pick, who hasn't taken a shot yet this season.
Yeah, they'll really be looking to get her going. A lot of their offense in the past has run through her, and getting her going will be a key for Jackson State's offense to get some momentum.
Another player that, if she does get into this match to watch for, would probably be Karime Antonio Lopez, who is not in the match right now. She wears jersey number 10 for Jackson State, and she didn't play last match either at Middle Tennessee. Has only been a part of the team's plan so far in their opener at UK. And she's another one of those preseason picks you wanted to watch out for.
It sounds like both teams have a couple regular players that aren't out there, with Davis and Roth on the WKU side. Jackson State wins a free kick that'll basically be like a corner with the position of it.
My goodness, that was a hard face planting right there for Jackson State. But it does win them a set piece opportunity, one they've had very few of this year.
Yeah, dangerous position here for WKU. If you're Jackson State, you're just looking to dump this ball right around the 6-yard box and hope just enough of somebody's body gets on it to redirect it toward the goal.
If I've said it wrong, I stand corrected. Alayla Jackson, not Alea, sets it off. It's up there. It's dangerous, and it's shot through the net. Oh, my goodness. They're calling offsides against Jackson State, and that looks like it'll take away their goal.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if it was offsides or if it was a foul or a handball or something in the box. Couldn't really tell as we'll look on the replay.
A lot of mishmashing going on in there before that kick.
Not sure if he
was sent in by Ryan Hawthorne Harper. The first real action we get to see for Hilltopper freshman goalkeeper Kendall Mix out of Viera, Florida. And for the moment, WKU's lead remains 1-0, nearly 17 minutes into their home opener.
You know, that's a great ball there by Egan. Can Davis get there? She can.
Let's see.
Heavy touch that takes her away from the goal.
A roller to try and deflect her path in Kiana Farmer, and that ball rolls all the way out to the near right side.
Yeah, McKenna Egan's done a great job so far to start this game. One, putting pressure on Jackson State's back line, but two, played a really couple good balls in. That one to Davis, tried to find Grant Clavijo earlier and just couldn't quite connect it, but she's done a great job getting the ball at her feet, keeping her head up and trying to find a teammate.
And it is a corner kick coming up, so Georgia Leopis gets the left side, Cora Kipley gets the right corner. We'll get to see Kipley line it up for her second corner try of this match. Long shot, headed off in the air. Roller by Grant Clavijo, but Jackson State comes up with it. There's Kayla Williams, matched up with Mia Merritt.
Oh, great job there by Maggie Belair, and again, gets in behind her and drugged down by the defender.
Another collision course piece of action. And another physical play that leads the Hilltoppers to restart the action. So WKU, with the clock stopped at 26:57 in the first half, holding a 1-0 lead. After scoring in the 3rd minute on a set-piece assist in the corner by Leopis, who you see right there, to Abby Wiederman for Wiederman's 3rd career goal. Here comes the send-in by Leopis. Header bounced away by Jackson State. WKU trying to maintain control and aggressiveness at midfield. Great play as Kipley sends it up to Belair. Chasing with Jackson in the corner. What a great box out by Jackson before she shoots it out over the sideline.
Great job defending. Belair beat her. It looked like she maybe beat her once, but tried to beat her twice, and great recovery.
Quick throw in by Belair. The turn, slide pass, disrupted again.
Egan, again, getting the ball at her feet, turning on the defender, and winning another corner.
Another opportunity for Leopis in the same spot that she got her last assist in to start this match. Let's see how the organization looks for Jackson State.
Wiederman got her head on that one as well. Good ball to the back post. Just she could have gotten up a couple more inches for that one and gotten her head over the ball. That could have been goal number 2.
You know, if she was 5'9" instead of 5'6", maybe it would have been.
I'd say that's correct. I think that would have been a goal.
But that's a game of inches that no one can play.
That's right. Something we don't have control over.
Exactly right. Return sent up for Jackson State as Hawthorne Harper, who thought she had Jackson State's first score of the season before offsides took it away. Now watching WKU quickly return course to Egan. Out to Merritt. Merritt with the long distance connection, and it's popped by Goodlow, a collision, and Jackson saves the possession for Jackson State.
Great job in there, but first of all, another great job by Egan to hold that ball up, find Merritt. Merritt, good first touch in, and had a couple different options there as Cam Davis almost got on the end of that one, but great job by Goodlow to come out. Had she not come out, that ball falls directly to Cam Davis's foot and likely the back of the net.
It can be such a dangerous play when you make that decision, but good job on Goodlow not to be frozen by the analysis of what she was trying to do.
Yeah, you know, the key, as Belair gets in. The key is, if you're playing on those wings, is play balls into the box that make the keeper make a decision. Don't make it a no-brainer where it's easy for them to stay on the line or come off the line. You want to have to make them make a decision and commit one way or the other.
Kendall Mix with a rare touch to Alexander. Hilltoppers quickly counter. In this spot there, trying to find Egan, but Portis is right there, and here comes Grant Clavijo. The Toronto kid looking to Belair, and Belair's shot goes right at Goodlow for another save.
Great job there by Tori Grant Clavijo to pick her way through the middle of the field, and then good decision to find Belair. She could have tried to turn and hit that one with her left foot, but made the right decision.
This Hilltopper team still trying to find the right starting 11 to unlock their offensive potential. And so far, through their last match to today, it looks like they found a order that helps them maintain a certain level of offensive aggression.
Yeah, I mean, so far they've done a great job trying to maintain possession, and they've really been doing a good job finding space for each other and making good runs without the ball.
Here we go. Jackson State with Tablado running it back. Gets it out over to Gonzaga. Control for Jackson State. Gonzaga shoots. Missed heading connection for Williams, and that ball goes out. It will be a goal kick for Kendall Mix. Let's see it again.
WKU goal kick. Great ball into the box. Looked like Jackson tried to go for the diving header. Only way she was going to get a touch on that ball. And, you know, Belair does a great job defending and, you know, did just enough to get enough weight on her to knock her off balance, but not concede a foul in the box.
So Mix will get to try this goal kick. Instead gives it up to fellow freshman Lauren Alexander. Abby Wiederman, an all-conference freshman a year ago. One of the stars to watch for on a Hilltopper team that traditionally has strong defenders in the back row. Davis trying to fight for possession, hasn't had a lot of touches so far. Jackson State with control up the side to Hawthorne Harper. A very tall kid at 6'1", but did that ball go off Merritt or off of Hawthorne Harper? It went off of Jackson State, no.
We may never know, but it's a Jackson State throw. We couldn't tell who it was actually off of, but we just know the end result.
Yep. Isn't that a shame, Casey? We're standing right here.
Yeah, too many people in between us and the ball there.
No, that's true. Our camera guy, Brandon, I wonder if he saw something. Nope.
He's pleading the fifth.
Yep. Fair enough. All right, throw in from Gonzaga. Header pop by Hawthorne Harper. And up ahead, it's Gomez. Disruption, WKU back with it. A nice love tap from Grant Clavijo. Belair's been busy today.
She has. This is what you want to see a little more of from WKU. Find a way to just knock the ball around, make Jackson State chase, and just keep some possession. You're up 1-0. You've had a lot of the play going forward, but the last couple of minutes, Jackson State has had a couple of decent opportunities. So taking a little air out of the ball and getting things settled down a little bit.
with
Won't hurt.
space. Alexander moves the pass up, and Egan misses the connection.
Yeah, good ball there by Alexander. First time Egan's touches let her down here in 24 minutes of play. She's played great so far.
Yeah, I can see why Egan is getting the start in her first home match as a Hilltopper. No easy feat, but something Jason Idell knows he'll have to do a lot of with a team made up of 15 returners and 11 newcomers.
Yeah, they've got a lot of depth this year, and I think Coach Nidell showed that during some of the preseason games, and it'll be interesting to see what the rotation looks like going forward.
Wants to see how his young team and the younger players do against a Jackson State team that is known to wear people down and try and break them physically before breaking through mentally. Jackson with a contested roll shot, protected by Tablado, taken away by Simpson, the number 6 player. And now Davis with a rare touch, facing up, gets it into Egan. Egan with a slight misstep loses possession. Jackson State adamant that there was something going on there, that their team didn't deserve to have nothing called for. Egan with the turn, 3 on her. She loses possession, and Jackson State shoots the ball back over midfield. So the throw in coming up for WKU again. Controlled by Kipley. Liapis. Deflected. A chase for the ball. Return back to Portis, the veteran on the back line. Popped out wide by Liapis. Can this touch find Belair? She gets knocked over, and the foul is called.
Yeah, that one, it was hard to tell from this far away. I'm not sure. Maybe we'll get a replay of it. And
let's see right here. This is what cameras are for.
yeah. I mean, Belair touched the ball first and got her ankle stepped on there. So
yeah, fell over.
It's one of those in live time. You couldn't tell any of that from over here, but you see the replay. It's a no-brainer.
2 subs waiting to check in. Now 3. 2 for WKU, 1 for Jackson State. Throw in coming up towards the box. Pushed out by Goodlow. And then taken down by Simpson as she gets tripped over. The official says no call.
It's another one of those that maybe just quite not enough contact. Great ball in by Alexander, though, to be able to play that ball 50, 60 yards into the box and put it right on the keeper.
Take away by Liapis. WKU trying to find the cover. Belair with space. The cross. The connection disrupted by Hawthorne Harper. And Williams is out on the break. Liapis pursues. Williams and Liapis, or Grant Clavijo actually, going head-to-head.
They took away that goal.
Now upfield it's Tablado.
It's crazy.
Looking for the
now,
through
why would
ball.
you duck
Doesn't
like
find it, and that ball rolls over to Mix.
Good job by Kendall Mix there to be aware and be ready to come out and get that ball when it was played through.
WKU, 2 of their subs waiting to check in, including captain Rebecca Roth, alongside Olivia Walls. Jackson State waiting to sub in Michaela Day, the sophomore in the Ford group. As Kipley gets the throw out. Takes it downfield to Egan. Egan against
so many
Farmer.
Numbers. So many
now
numbers.
The
midfield.
Tap there, wide to Davis. The pursuit, the shot disrupted
good save.
again.
Great job by Belair there to get that ball across, and Merritt got there, just not quite quick enough to get there before the Jackson State.
Look at that.
Recovered.
Like, where is everybody at?
So
There's
Simpson
2
slides
people
it out
wide
to
open.
Liapis. Ahead of the midfield circle, Liapis looks to find someone and does so with Merritt. Grant Clavijo with the turn.
I feel like they don't know this.
Little soft pass to Davis. Davis running sideways through the box. Trying to keep possession to Merritt. Shoots it in. Egan, the turn. And she's tripped up in the box.
That one.
No whistle.
No. Look at there.
WKU plays on. And Jackson State stamps that out with Sturkey pushing it through to Gomez.
Out of the 3 potential penalties so far, that looked like the one that looked most likely to be called, but referee had a better angle of it than we did as Egan gets in again here.
Let's see it. The shot wide. Everyone holding their breath, including Sarah Portis, after another score nearly went by her.
Yeah, including a lot of the players got with their hands on their knees here. Good job by
That was
Egan there. Tough
close.
angle there. Goodlow did a great job to cut that
Defense
angle
is
down
doing
just
their,
enough to
they're
make it
holding
hard
it
on
up.
her.
They're holding their own.
Maggie Belair, who's been so active so far in this home opener, she subs out along with Grant Clavijo and Cameron Davis.
If we just now
well-deserved
tuning
break
in,
for all three of those
we
ladies, doing a
appreciate you
great
being
job
here.
applying pressure going forward. So they'll get a 15-minute break
It
until
is
halftime, and
1-0
then see
Western
what happens
Kentucky.
in half number 2.
15, less than
Olivia
15
Walls
and a
checks
half
in
minutes
along
left
with
in the half.
captain of the Hilltoppers, Rebecca Roth, the junior, while we also get to see Matea Bradfield make her first appearance on the home turf here today. Egan, misconnection.
Great idea there from Egan. She thought Walls was drifting
I'm
toward the
gonna
back
name
post,
this
and
slide
Walls changed her
tackle
mind and
city.
decided to come toward the
That's
front
gonna
post.
be the new nickname, slide
Just
tackle
over her
city.
head there.
Boy,
15 minutes left in the first half. WKU with their first score of the home season 3 minutes in. And Jackson State trying to push hard and battle back after what looked like their first score of the new season in game 3 was called off because of a offsides call.
Yeah, and this WKU
should
got that
be
quick early goal,
1-1.
had all
It
the
should be tied
momentum, a
1-1.
lot of pressure going forward, but here we are, about 37 minutes after that first goal, and we're still 1-0. So Jackson State done a good job waving off the pressure as they try to get some momentum going forward here.
Looking to
That
Hawthorne
was
Harper
horrible.
before the disruption by Bradfield out of Evansville,
Gotta
Indiana.
be quicker. Play
Roth,
quick.
the captain.
Play quick. There you go.
Shifting from her
There you
attacking
go.
mid spot
Pressure.
the past couple
Pressure.
years to a holding
There you go,
6
Harper.
spot in the midfield.
No.
A lot of contact, another whistle, and
Rev.
Jackson State is not going to like this one.
Ain't no way.
Clock is stopped at 14:09 in the first half as another whistle blows against the Lady Tigers.
Yeah, I would say it was more of a foul initially. But
yeah, look at where her arm is. She's wrapping up Roth's head.
She got it in a headlock.
Just had her arm up to...
That's funny.
What did she think that was, a pumpkin? Like, you got to let go at some point. You're not even using your arms there.
Let's see here.
One thing we did hear from Coach Nidell before this match was Jackson State, one of the more physical teams he remembers having to prepare for.
Yeah, and we have the liberty of seeing all these replays. The people down here on the field do not. So I think there's been a few fouls that Jackson State has questioned that if you see the replay, it's pretty clear cut, but not everybody has the same privilege to see the replays as we do.
The benefit of not coming to the match and watching ESPN Plus at home.
That's right.
There's another slide tackle.
Not that we don't want you here. Of course. So
just try to give you a good option if you can't be here.
Yeah, exactly right. We're just doing our job. 13:42 left in the first half as WKU leads their home opener 1-0, looking for their second straight win.
Ooh.
High tap. Pursued by WKU, and Bradfield comes up with the free change. On the sideline, tries to squeeze it out, and up ahead, it's Alexander with a good sell.
Yeah, good decision there to just bring the ball back, keep possession. Another option would have been to just pump one into the box, but keeping possession and trying to regain control of this game is a better decision.
Our strikers are playing
right
too
idea
far
there
apart.
for Wiederman, but just misses Roth as she cuts through the middle.
One thing is certain, though, Casey, and that is bad starts have really hampered Jackson State. In every single match they've played so far, they've given up a goal at least in the first 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's tough when you're playing from behind all the time, but on the flip side, WKU has had a tendency to get up and not put people away and put the game away when they've had a chance. So that'll be key here for WKU.
So Rebecca Roth with the out pass. Alexander moving up. Looking up ahead to Walls.
Good ball down the line from Alexander. Walls one-on-one with the defender. Good sliding challenge. Gives up another corner.
Let's see what WKU can do with this one. Dr. Ted Flogates joining the boo parade that's going on for Jackson State's bench. Had a lot of decisions by the officials that they have not liked.
Yeah, it's hard when you got a team that you're used to seeing play physical to what's physical to them may not be physical to other teams, and what's physical to other teams may not be physical to them. And if you run your program with that kind of intensity, every now and then the referee
boils over,
doesn't want to allow it. Then
look at this play at the top of the
Kipley with the send in. Soft tap, deflected, and shot out by Hawthorne Harper. Another great defensive play on the corner try for Jackson State.
Yeah, it's 3 corners that Wiedemann has found herself on the end of and only been able to put one of them away.
So can WKU keep the pressure up and maintain it for a full 90 minutes, trying to add on, up 1-0 after scoring 3 minutes into their first home match of the year. Header pop back by Farmer to Roth. Up ahead, no one around it but Jackson. That soft kick sends Gomez spiraling back here.
One more.
The turn upfield by Nuestro.
Y'all were playing organized just a minute ago. Oh, y'all calm down. It's okay.
WKU looking to rebound from last season's season of regret, finishing 3-8-5. A lot of those draws, missed opportunities as well, and a lot of scoreless draws, 1-score draws, 1-1 draws.
And a lot of 1-goal losses.
Yeah.
They had a few that weren't, but again, just consistently getting some goals on the board was a lot of the issue. And
keep going.
You add another 5 goals to that season, and it could have meant 5 more wins or 5 more ties.
Yeah, for WKU, it's been about trying to find some consistency. Since 2010, WKU has finished 9 years outside the top 200 in scoring offense. Okay. So this has been a problem they've been trying to figure out for a while.
Yeah, scoring 10 in a game will help. But,
Central,
repeating that against these D1 opponents is what's the key.
Yeah, and you're not asking for 10. You'd love to get 2 or 3.
Yeah.
So to get 1 3 minutes in is a promising start as Mix receives the long connection. Jason Nidell wants his team to get organized, and you can hear him exclaiming it.
Yeah. Yeah, they've lost the organization a little bit here recently as Mix, forces Jackson State to come pressure and then picks that one up. But, WKU, really, if you're WKU, you want to finish this half strong with some good possession, some more good shots on goal. And Jackson State's done a good job of bouncing back from giving up that early goal. So the key for them is just get it to the half.
Who's out the box?
Looks like Mix
coming right at us. Oh, maybe not.
And it goes off of Jackson State. I thought it went off Jackson State.
It did, but there's been a couple of those over here that have gone the opposite way people thought.
Interesting.
I'd say both teams have some griping they could validate on who balls went out off of, but that's part of the game.
Another throw in for Gonzaga. Trying to locate it. Gonzaga with a pop-up. That ball goes out off of who? Looks like substitution time. WKU ready to send in a trio and give McKenna Egan a break for the final 9 minutes.
Yeah, Egan and Simpson and Merritt all getting well-deserved breaks. Both put in a good 35 minutes there of high pressure, and can't say enough about how well Egan has played to start out this game. Really, a lot of the attack has gone
we need to get a goal
as a freshman in your first home game against a physical
before the
opponent.
half.
You can't really ask for much more than what
Gotta get a goal
Egan
before
did
the
there
half.
first 35 minutes.
In her place comes in a graduate forward, originally of the University of Georgia Bulldogs program, Danielle Lewin, in her first home match as a member of the Hilltoppers. Scored her first Hilltopper goal last match, which was the 9th of her career. A former all-freshman in the SEC way back in 2021.
Yeah, Lewin looks to bring a spark off the bench here for WKU, and as does Olivia Walls here.
Here comes Walls. She's got Lewin off her right side before the knockdown. No call. We play on. Hawthorne Harper with the hat trick, the trickery. And the whistle blows. Ball back to Jackson State. Ashton Lynham thought she was getting ready to throw it in. Look at that there.
Oof. She did get the ball first, but
so I guess they'll let that one play. Yeah. All right. 7:31 to go. WKU still up 1-0. Jackson State playing hard, but very limited in the opportunities they've gotten. They have no shots yet. WKU with 7. The one shot they did have went into the net.
Get there.
But now
Great
we see
job
the
there by
attempt
Alexander.
Can line this one up and keep it away. She gets it out to the stands for a little souvenir time.
Great job there by the freshman Alexander to be covering for her teammates. That was almost the next good chance there for Jackson State.
Oh, Hawthorne Harper fighting for possession. Knocks down another Hilltopper as Lewin gets control. Here comes Roth. Liapis, who's been on this entire match, with the assist, gets pushed off the ball by Gomez, and here's Nuestra. Can't
Great
clear
job.
it. Whistle blows, another foul. As you can see, a very physical soccer match to start the home calendar for WKU. Coach Nidell, I'm sure, wanting to see if this team will toughen up his troop for the march forward.
Good job there by Roth to win that one right to Walls.
Walls, a long
Walls,
shot, often good low, and
Ooh,
saved again.
Good save.
Good strike
That
there
was a
from
rocket.
Walls. Unfortunately, just ended up right at Goodlow.
You see it, this long attempt from Walls, a line drive. Some real zip on that one, and Goodlow keeping it in front of her, even when she couldn't hold on to it. Another save for the busy Jackson State backstopper. No wonder she's top 10 in the nation in saves.
Yeah, she's been done a good job tonight. Threw a good ball through the Walls there.
Walls looks to Lewin,
Off.
Yeah,
and
good
there's the
save.
offsides.
great job there by the
Had to be
Jackson
off.
State back line, letting Lewin run through and
All right, we got
force
5
the
minutes
Walls
left. Let's
to
go.
play that
Come
ball
on.
a little later than she should have.
We are approaching that golden ratio there, the final 5 minutes of the first half, that Coach Nidell is so big on. At any point, either be the first 5, the last 5 of either half, this is the money time right now.
Yeah, important for WKU not only to get to the half 1-0. If you can sneak another one in, great. But for now, just keep some good possession and try to get in at 1-0.
Alexander to Roth, a twist, possession maintained by Bradfield.
Get back in the middle. All that is
Leaderman with
over.
the goal tonight.
All that is wide
Head to
open in the
Lewin.
middle.
Farmer
There you
keeps it
go.
away
Good
from
stuff.
Walls, and Goodlow comes up with it. Line drive, White to Lynham.
Oh.
And
Thank
there's
you.
another whistle, another offsides call against WKU.
Yeah, Coach Nidell not happy with that decision there. Lewin was wide open, but Walls was coming back from an offside position, I believe, and playing the more simple ball would have kept him onside, but that's all right.
Of course, the rule on offsides being that if a player is ahead of the defense when the ball is kicked, not when she receives it, that is what earns the offsides call.
Bad
Good job
touch.
by Bradfield there to put
Oh,
pressure
boy.
on.
Bradfield with an
gotta
angle.
play back to the keep.
Trying to keep possession away from Gonzaga. And fighting hard as the ball goes out and stays with WKU. What a job by the freshman. Quick throw in. Lewin bounces through.
Good turn.
The
Oh,
shot.
she put her foot on it, just
Mm.
over the goal.
Lucky there. We just
An
got
exciting
lucky on
start
that
to the
one.
final 5 here as we see it again. Lewin clearing, trying to rush a quick kick and flies it over the crossbar.
Yeah, I think she knew with the keeper bearing down on her and a defender, she had to try to get her foot on that one a little earlier than she would have preferred to.
So Goodlow moving everyone out of the way as Portis looks lined up. And she will send off this goal kick for Jackson State. Abby Davis with the header ahead to Lewin. Nice side pass to the last second as Wall splits it to Liapis. Liapis attacks. Still with possession, turns, finds Lewin, the kick, and it is wide right, just by a hair.
Great job there by Georgia Liapis to keep that ball at her feet. Keep some great composure in the box there, as you see. She just doesn't rush. Great job to pick out Lewin. And somebody, I'm not sure if it was defender or Goodlow, got just enough on that one to force it wide for a corner and keep it out the corner of the net.
Ladies, look at all these people at the top of the box.
From enjoying her second straight match with a score in a Hilltopper uniform. But here comes the corner try with 2:30 left. Kipley once again lining up. Or excuse me, it's Liapis. That one didn't exactly go where it needed to.
Yeah,
Come on.
I think that was some tired legs there.
Let's
Georgia's played a good first half, been all over the field, taking a lot of those free kicks and corners, and maybe just a sign of some fatigue there.
So final 2 minutes here. So 1-0, WKU with the lead. As we approach the final 2 minutes of the first half in WKU's 25th home opener. All 25 spent under the leadership of Jason Nidell, the program founder. Abby Davis subbed in for the final few minutes, looks to Bradfield. WKU trying to reset it and switch position as Wiederman looks through the top. Plays a little give and go and moves it to Alexander.
Why is the midfielder not
line drive
on
kick
that
up
one?
ahead? Lewin with the turn. Nice header. A little tap shot. Walls tries to get a run at it,
That's
but
all
Farmer
you.
seals it off long enough for Goodlow to grab. Here on the sideline, if you haven't heard, Dr. Ted Flogates, the seventh-year head man at Jackson State, is irate that the scoreboard says Jackson State hasn't attempted a shot yet.
Yeah, and I think
What? You
That
worried
seems to be
about the
what's
wrong
drawing his
thing.
I think
attention.
the confusion is typically they put up shots on goal, not shots. So there's a
So it just needs to change the sign.
yeah.
Make it an SOG.
Because I would say
Come on,
if you
coach.
count shots
You
that
worried
aren't on
about the
goal,
wrong
WKU
thing.
probably got more than 10. So
Nuestro.
it's a semantics thing that probably doesn't really impact the game, but good
Thank
idea
you.
from Bradfield. Not exactly the
Well
execution he
said.
needed.
Wiederman closing
You
it off
worried
to
about
allow
the
Mix a
wrong
run.
thing.
Final 30 seconds. WKU looking to finish strong and enter halftime with a lead in their home opener.
She is outside the
Facing a
box when she
scrappy
kicks that
0-2
ball.
Jackson State team that has had a
How do
little
they not see
success
that?
down in the SWAC conference these past couple decades. Bynum, Davis, clock counting down.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And that's the half, ladies and gentlemen. A set-piece score provided between Liapis and Wiederman has given WKU a 1-0 lead over 0-2 Jackson State, entering the halftime portion of our ESPN Plus program. What an impressive start of it with a score 3 minutes in, Casey.
Yeah, early goal for WKU. They continued to put some pressure on, but just weren't ever able to find the back of the net again. Jackson State did a great job bouncing back and finished in the half strong with a couple of decent opportunities.
So everyone saddle up, keep the score out of the way, a physical battle as WKU's offense has been the primary aggressor and has given them a 1-0 lead over Jackson State. We'll reach halftime when we come back as you watch
All right, y'all.
the Hilltoppers and the Tigers
we have
on
reached
ESPN Plus.
halftime now. Go ahead and mute this real quick just for those purposes. Let's see. Let me go here. That way I want to see that. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna say solid first half. I mean, we are down 1-0, should be tied at 1. But unfortunately, the refs thought otherwise. Little analysis that I've seen. We're playing a little bit better. We're playing more lax. We're playing the ball around a little bit more. We're still doing a little boom balling, is what I like to call it. When we get under pressure, we just like to kick it out and, just play calm, play our game, and we'll be fine. One thing that I would like to see is our midfielders playing both ends of the ball, right? Playing in our third, playing in the middle third, playing in the front third. I know some of y'all might not know what that means, but I'm gonna explain it. So the back third, that is our side of the field. Middle third, obviously midfield, and front third will be West Kentucky side. So what I would like to see is, okay, it's kind of hard to see it from our angle. But hold on one moment, y'all. Hold on one moment. I will be right back. All right, sorry about that, y'all. But looks like they're getting ready to come back here in a minute. I'm gonna put this back on the screen so y'all can see what they're talking about.
Game. Jackson State had a couple good opportunities to score, one of which was called back after
So
a
y'all
handball or
see,
something in the
we
box.
got more
Good
fouls.
physical first half of soccer.
Yeah,
But I'm
that
pretty
mistake
sure we have
costing
more. We have
Jackson
shots
State
on goal.
what would have been their first score of the season. They have not put one through the net just yet. That being said,
Actually, no, I don't
a
think we've had a
busy
shot on
first
goal
half
yet,
of
just
offensive
because
attackery for
they took that goal
WKU
back.
as the red revving Hilltoppers, all 10 shots in the first
Yeah.
half. One goal, of course, 3 minutes
As you
in,
can
and
see,
it
we
came
got to
on a
get
nice
better.
corner
We got to
set
take
piece,
more
which they've
shots. We
enjoyed
need
5
to
of
be
so
more
far.
Yeah,
pressuring
they've had a couple other
on
set pieces
offense.
that were or
We
corner
got to
kicks that were
counter
close to finding the
offense.
back of the net.
Got to do
Both
all
of
of
those
that.
were off Wiederman's head and foot as well. But if you're WKU, had a tendency to dominate games like this and not put teams
no,
away.
we
I think it'll
can't
be key for
win
the
games
Hilltoppers
if we
to
don't take
come
shots.
out, put another goal up
We
quick,
can't score
and put
goals if
Jackson
we don't
State
take
on their
shots.
back foot.
It's one thing to go a full
We
45 of
definitely need
physicality, but
to
how do you hold up for another 45
counterattack when
minutes
we
against a
when we got
Jackson
a
State team
counterattack.
that is looking
And
to
again,
leave you
it may be
tired
the
and ragged?
formation that coach is
And you
running.
can
I
see
don't know
some
what
of that on
formation he's running.
both teams as they came off for halftime.
Because it
If
looks
you're
like
WKU, I think it's important to try to keep
our
possession,
strikers don't have
make
any kind of
Jackson
help
State chase the
when it
ball.
comes
On the flip side,
to
it's hard to play that
attacking,
hard for 90 minutes. Can
because
WKU absorb the
it
physicality?
seems like we're
But can
playing
Jackson
more
State keep up
defensive than
that
we are
pace?
playing
That's hard to do
offensive,
for 90 minutes.
and that's got
And
to
can
change.
WKU find some offensive spark in the second half, which they've
That's
been
got to
working on and
change.
trying to find that
If
moment
that
all
doesn't
season?
change,
Up 1-0 at halftime. We'll return after this.
it's gonna be a little trouble when it comes when it comes to the swag play. Another thing that really needs to happen is I like the aggressive. I like the aggressiveness, but what I would like to see more is playing smart while being aggressive, because we slide tackle all the time, right? We slide tackle. Um, we like to knock people down. We like to play aggressive. Again, ain't nothing wrong with playing aggressive, but you gotta play smart. You gotta be smart about your aggressiveness, right? Um, because as you can see, we got 9 fouls right now. 9 fouls, and I think they said earlier that Jackson State is ranked 4th in the nation for fouls, either fouls or yellow cards. It was one of those two. But to be ranked that high for that's not good. That's not good at all. Not all refs are going to let that go. Now there could have been a few flops in there. Don't know, but just looking from the eye test, we trying to take folks out. I'm just kidding. We ain't trying to take folks out, but the way we're going about it, yeah, somebody's gonna get hurt. Um, somebody's gonna end up getting a red card. It's gonna be a matter of time before someone gets a red card. So, but we got about 30 more seconds on this ad. Hopefully they'll come right back and we'll get back into the second half. Again, if you're enjoying the stream, make sure you hit that thumbs up, like the stream, subscribe to the channel. There are going to be some football vlogs going on throughout football season as well. So y'all make sure that y'all get ready for that, because it's going to be a fun time. And we definitely appreciate y'all for being here, supporting the Lady Tigers. Hopefully we can turn it around in the second half, get us a goal or two. Let's get a dub, right? So, without further ado, let's get back into this.
In their first home game of the 2025 fall season, and the first home game here at WKU to start a new athletic year. So Jackson State, they've got a long road to hoe. They've got one more road match to kickstart their 4-game road trip to begin the season. And it's all the way down in Hammond, Louisiana, before they finally get to come back home and host North Dakota. That's a pretty long trip for the Fighting Hawks to start the home slate for Jackson State.
Yeah, that would have been a heck of a finish to a road trip if you had to go to North Dakota, but at least they get to finish off this 4-game road trip to start the season at home.
Won't be easy. The Lions are a tough team to play at Strawberry Stadium, very physical, and another tough early non-conference road test to start this schedule back to back to back to back. Then taking a look at WKU, they've got quite a bit of action ahead. After a physical game like this, they get a full week off and will return next Thursday to face an A10 Power out of Dayton in the Flyers and see if they can come up with a win that day as they try and put the finishing touch on a win to start the home schedule.
Yeah, Dayton's always a good team. That'll be a tough test for WKU. Then they'll come back against Union, who they handled pretty well last year, and try to get some wins under your belt before you start conference play in a little less than a month.
Everything shifting in the way as WKU looks for back-to-back wins to go to 2-1 in the early portion of their 2025 schedule and try and get their first Division I win of the season against a scrappy 0-2 Jackson State team that Casey looks like they are going to play with as much intensity for the first 45 as they will for the final 45.
Yeah, no, this team is not going to let up. They're going to play hard until the last whistle, so WKU is going to have to come out prepared for that.
1-0 WKU as the second half approaches here in the home opener.
When it comes to getting you back to feeling right at home, Alpha is there by your side when you need us.
Okay, well, I thought they were going to be ready to do this, but I guess not. We got we got a little 2-minute ad. But don't forget, next Saturday, y'all, August the 30th, first home game, Jackson State against Hampton Pirates. I need everybody that's got season tickets to be there. Pack the vet out. Bring your pom-poms. Bring your petty signs, because I'm going to have a petty sign out there. I can promise you that. We're going viral. This channel is going viral for anything and everything Jackson State related and all pettiness aside, right? But yes, come out, pack the vet. It's gonna be warm, but it's okay. It's football season. It is football season. Come tailgate with us. Come enjoy some football with family and friends. It's gonna be fun. Last but not least, just a quick reminder after this stream, Sheila V should be going live around 8 p.m. Central Time, 9 p.m. Eastern. She's going to be doing a preview of week 0 of the SWAC MEAC Challenge. Excuse me. I know it's Southern University, them Jags, against them North Carolina Central Eagles up there. Hopefully the SWAC can pull off a dub for the rest of us SWAC people. So yeah, make sure y'all tune in to her podcast and let's talk everything Jackson State. It should be coming back up any minute. All right, here we go. Second half is about to get started.
Home opening victory and a 2-1 start off back-to-back wins. Riley Chestnut and Casey Tinney is here on site to help report. Whether or not we'll find out as we see some of the highlights from that first half. A lot of action and some strong defensive play by Goodlow and the Jackson State cement crew.
Yeah, despite being down 1-0, the Jackson State defense has held up really well against a lot of pressure from the WKU attack and offense. And this game could easily be 2, 3, 4, 5-0. But it could also be 1-1 as Jackson State had a goal called back about halfway through the first half that would have leveled the game up.
Couple close opportunities, some savvy defensive stops and key saves, and these fans on hand hoping to see another fast start for a WKU team that struggled to piece together a full offensive attack for 90 minutes of success.
Yeah, they really have, and they've come out hot to start most of their games so far this year. But at the end of the day, if you can't translate more of those opportunities into goals, the other team just keeps believing longer and longer. So WKU is going to try to come out and put another goal in the net here early, because the longer you let Jackson State hang around 1-0, the more belief they're going to get, the harder they're going to play to try to level this game up.
This WKU team trying to keep their affairs in order and see if they can make the job of starting goalkeeper Kendall Mix as easy as possible. That being said, we are on the lookout to see if maybe we'll get a look at Maddie Davis.
Yeah, and Maddie Davis was warming up at halftime, and Mix is over here with their gloves off, not warming up. So I'm guessing we're going to see Davis to start the second half here, the way it looks over on the WKU sideline. Mix did a great job in the first half, keeping her defense organized on some good counterattack opportunities by Jackson State.
So for Maddie Davis, one of the all-time greats, a player that Coach Jason Nidell says has all the intangibles of all the great players, this could be her debut for the 2025 season after she was put on the shelf for the first 2 matches due to a leg injury.
Yeah, she hurt herself, maybe pulled something in that right leg in the last preseason game, and just didn't make sense to play her in those first 2 games. Going to get her first regular season time in tonight and hopefully get her geared up ready for conference in a few weeks.
So Davis, who enters today, 1 clean sheet away from becoming the 3rd most prolific shutout artist in soccer history here on the Hill. Won't be given full credit for this, but she'd like to put together a clean performance with her team holding a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, one thing I can tell you about Maddie Davis, like Coach Nidell said, she's got all the intangibles, and the last thing she would ever care about is getting credit for the shutout. As long as they get the win, that's what's most important to her.
But here comes Maddie Davis, lining up on the right side of the field for her 2025 debut here in the home opener to start the second half in between the posts.
And it'll be the same starting lineup for WKU here, other than Davis, to start the second half here. Everybody else is the same.
As the train rolls through, one question remains. Will the Hilltoppers' strong and fast start help them catch these Lady Tigers by their toes? We'll find out in another 45 minutes of action to start the new home calendar for WKU soccer, as Maddie Davis shows her bright smile ahead of her final home opener as a Hilltopper.
Yeah, look for WKU to try to come out fast here again for Jackson State. The key will be keep up that momentum they built and intensity they built toward the end of the first half.
Jackson State player to watch, Valentina Goodlow, still in the match. Will play another full sheet if she can let it for the 3rd straight. As the Hilltoppers start with the ball, give it back quickly. In the match, starter Jalen Greer, who was absent for the entire first half after starting the first few minutes. She's got fresh legs, and we'll see what she can do with them. There's Gonzaga sliding it up to Gomez with the turn. Marked fighting between her and Leapis. And here comes Egan. Slide tack by Portis, whistle blows. It's a foul on Portis of Jackson State.
That's one of those as the defender. You'd rather just stay beside her instead of just almost sizing her up for the slide tackle, but WKU will have a quick opportunity to put a ball into the box from a dangerous position here. Good job by Jackson State there once they won the ball back, though, to keep possession really better than they did at any point in the first half.
Send in by Leapis. Bounced header, top of the box. And there's a push called in the back. Jackson State quick to let them know how they feel about that one.
Yeah, Grant Clavijo definitely had her hands in the defender's back there, and right call by the referee.
You know, Grant Clavijo and Leapis look so similar. I keep thinking Leapis is getting back really quick to defense.
Well, and one of them's 28, one of them's 20, and from our
vantage
angle
point
over here, our vantage point, it's hard to tell which one's which.
Yeah, those block numbers, there's not much differentiation in the structure of a 0 and an 8 other than that middle line.
And if you throw Cora Kipley in there, who's 26, if they get over to the other side of the field, makes it really hard to know who's who.
Oh, there's a bump in the back by Hawthorne Harper. And a foul called. Hawthorne Harper seems content for that one.
Well, yeah, they actually didn't call it. I'm not sure how he missed that one, but that
will be maybe because WKU kept possession advantage on that one. They just let it slide. Kipley, deflection. Williams, tracking. Wiederman spots it and sends it back out to the Tiger bench. Jackson State would love to see a chance here turn the other way. As Williams, who fights for possession along the sideline and loses it, Belair with the throw in for WKU. Looking up ahead to Davis. And look at this close contact here. Bodies flying everywhere as Michaela Sturkey sends the ball out to the parking garage and shares a laugh with her teammates.
Good job by Sturkey to win. Good job by Sturkey to win that ball here and ended up in her teammate's lap and almost in ours.
She almost took a seat. Brandon nearly got his camera knocked down right here. You can see his camera at the base of that shot. But Sturkey's fine, and we'd love to see it. She's all smiles after that close call. But there's a grab. Sturkey right back into the thick of it. And here comes Egan with the turn. Egan gets it back to Leapis, away from Hawthorne Harper.
Good ball in from Leapis. Belair stay on side. She did.
Shot and Goodlow.
Yeah, couldn't quite get that cross pulled back off the inline enough, and Goodlow comes and collects it.
That one a relatively routine shot forced in from the corner by Belair. Pretty easy marking there for Goodlow, but a nice compact stop nonetheless to keep the score 1-0 WKU as Goodlow waits to send this one back in. Leapis with the easy bump.
Good win by Leapis. Couldn't quite get that one turned to stay in bounds.
Control by Hawthorne Harper. Return back upfield. Merritt. Over to Simpson. Leapis sizing up the Strange and the range. Gets it out to Belair up the side. A little too long there for Egan. WKU still searching for that quick strike that they had early on in the match.
And Coach Nidell not real happy with Maggie Belair there. She tried to maybe go forward a little too quick instead of finding Grant Clavijo in the middle.
Jackson with the quick pass up the side to Hawthorne Harper. And there's a shove. Shot left side, headed up in the air, and Davis gets it. Credit Lauren Alexander for helping her make that close call easier to maintain.
Good ball there back by Maddie Davis toward Cam Davis. Good step there by Grant Clavijo.
Ooh, what a nice slide out. Grant Clavijo getting the ball up to Merritt.
Very good with the ball at her feet in the middle of the field.
The Hilltoppers putting a lot of numbers upfield across the midway point as that one goes errant.
Yeah, aggressive strike from about 35 yards out, but I think she thought the goalkeeper was off her line.
Woof. Just a bit outside. So Sturkey back. Ready to send this one out. Nearly 6 minutes into the second half. WKU with a score at minute 3 has had the lead ever since. Trying to shut the door on Jackson State and open their home schedule with their second straight win. Ball stays with WKU as Merritt gets ready to give the ball back up, though it looks like Jackson State will be the one to throw it in. A throw in by Gonzaga. And that goes out off of Simpson.
Jackson State coming out with a lot of energy here to start the second half, and if you're WKU, you hope you can get another goal in there quick because Jackson State clearly has a lot of energy given that they were able to keep this one at a 1-0 game.
They're playing their style right now, and Jackson State is not taking their foot off the gas pedal. They are going hard. They are trying to put together a complete, scrappy effort to give themselves a chance at their first positive result, whether it be a tie or a win.
Good ball there by Davis to find Egan. Egan trying to hold off defender, but
against the evenly sized Sturkey, it's proven to be a tough matchup as Belair takes the cross shot and it goes wide.
Good job there by Egan. Even though she wasn't able to hold the ball up, she puts a lot of pressure on the defender, which forces a bad ball out of the back right to Belair. Just couldn't quite get her foot around that one enough.
I like how we're coming out in the second half, y'all.
What have you made of WKU's execution in the final third?
Yeah, I think the
final
third, they just haven't been keeping possession very much so far here to start the second half. It's been, if you got space in the final third, just looking up and and playing the ball and trying to take some shots from distance. I'd like to see them try to keep possession a little better in the final third, as we see Bel Air win a good head ball there as Cam Davis runs onto it.
That's what we say to her,
Fortis
Quay.
in a fight
That's
for
the same thing
possession,
we
gets
say.
it out of there.
Welcome in.
Tablado into the game for Malaya Nuestro on Jackson State's side. 7.5 minutes into the second half. WKU with the lead ever since the 3-minute mark. As Cameron Davis, our player to watch, trying to build off of her hat trick in the win over Rio Grande. That took her just 12 minutes to start the match to acquire.
That's called efficiency right there.
Very efficient. So Davis with the turn. Actually, that was Egan.
Falls down to Leopas. Just couldn't quite understand why she tried to take a shot on that with the ball bouncing, but couldn't quite get her foot over that volley. Lobs it into the net behind the goal.
That being said, WKU playing on the side of the field they want to play on with the lead. They've had some pressure put back to them with Maddie Davis subbed in for starter Kendall Mix in the goal. A veteran, the reigning Conference USA goalkeeper of the year. Right now, Jackson State trying to put some pressure on her in her first action in the regular season. Controlled by Kipley. Merritt brings it up.
We got to win those
Looking to
50-50
Egan.
balls.
Gonzaga trying to cut her off.
Good stuff.
And there's the push.
Ain't
Whistle
no
blows.
way,
Foul called on
ref. Come
Gonzaga.
on
Yeah,
now.
Egan's done a great job just keeping her body between the defender and the ball. The defender made a
Come
pretty
on,
good
ref.
touch there, but Egan did a good job of getting her body in between and forcing the defender to run her over and win another free kick in a dangerous area. That looks like Cora Kipley coming over to take it with that left foot to try to play an in-swinger. Again, well, all you want to do here is make that keeper make a decision. Does she want to come out and try to punch this ball out or collect it? Hopefully Cora Kipley can drop this one right on the 6-yard box.
In her second start of the year, Kipley shoots it in off the southpaw slide, and that pass is caught.
She dropped it right where I thought she would want to. WKU looked like it was just over Bel Air's hair and not quite far enough to get to Cam Davis or Egan.
Seems like these are the kinds of misconnections you hope to see your team get chances at, but with so many new faces, they're still working on that chemistry.
Yeah, they are. You know, set pieces are always hard when you're playing with 11 newcomers, and even some of the returning players didn't play as much last year.
And then the one goal scored belonging to two heavy contributors from last year. Leopas on the set piece corner to Wiederman, who is no stranger to winning a set piece.
Yeah, no, that's for sure. Most of the ones that Wiederman wins come on the defensive end of the field, but was able to get up and win that one to get that first goal.
Good strong send out by Davis to the freshman Egan as she gets knocked down by Sturkey. And Egan very slow to get up here. Oh, you got to see if the freshman needs some time to collect herself, because that was a hard play.
Yeah, it was.
I'm
We'll
telling
see
you.
how Egan's feeling to keep going here after she gets a close call with Sturkey.
One thing we're going to do, we putting somebody on the ground.
Physicality on full display, to say the
It
least.
is from both sides. I'll say WKU has done a good job to match the physicality of Jackson State as much as they can. As it looks like Lauren Alexander set to play this ball in toward the box.
Here it comes.
Good ball in. Oh,
Popped
great
off the
job
head.
there. That ball was heading right toward Georgia Leopas, and it was going to find the back of the net.
Simpson with space around her. Takes it back over midfield.
See?
Looks up to Kipley.
No pressure at all. No pressure
Belair
at
on the
all.
run. Sturkey trying to cut her off. A fight in the corner. And a great corner. Goal kick coming up.
Yeah, good job there by Starkey with Belair putting pressure on her back and able to do just enough to win the goal kick, keep it out of the corner.
So another well-deserved stop by Jackson State as Sturkey playing with passion that Jackson State is known for. Can this Iron Woman keep Jackson State in striking distance long enough to equalize this match? As Jackson State looks to break out of their 0-2 start and 2 road losses against stout competition. A ball off Hawthorne Harper goes back to Western Kentucky, and Belair ready to let it go.
Belair's got a long throw on her, so I would expect them to maybe have McKenna Egan post up in the box, try to throw it to her feet, and everybody play off of her.
Leopas also approaching the box as the throw-in does go to Egan, and she gets marked by 2 different Lady Tigers.
This will be a throw in Jackson State.
Kipley thought it was hers, had to give it back up, maybe try to sell it.
Not sure if she really thought it was her WKU ball or just trying to let her teammates get back a little bit there.
Jackson with the throw in. The fifth-year midfielder in 55 games now as a Lady Tiger. And Kipley wins possession back. Soft slide up to Grant Clavijo. Alexander up ahead to Merritt. Merritt creates some space as the former Mean Green member of North Texas watches Grant Clavijo make the twist and turn.
Great turn there.
She is so good in the open space,
That
looking
was
to
a solid
Leapis.
turn.
Oh, comes back to Leapis.
Leapis sliding
Somewhat
through a couple
accidentally.
Lady Tigers. Can Davis make good on this touch?
Good job there by Cam Davis. She knew her back was the goal. Good.
Belair with the shot, and Goodlow spears it to save the goal.
Good save,
Good
Key.
shot on goal there by Belair. More impressive, though, is Goodlow holding that ball as she has to dive hard to her left to save it. That's one that would have been easy for her to either punch away or fumble a little bit. Great job to hang on to that one.
That was a rifle. Her hands didn't move at all when she caught that thing. But Davis with the out tap. Alexander on the upslide to Egan. Egan against Portis in a track meet. Fights for possession, whistle blows, and the whistle goes against Jackson State.
Yeah, that one looks like that one was just outside of the box. Yeah.
So this Jackson State team
Hold
playing
on, she
without
got
one
all
of their
ball. Ain't no
preseason
way.
all-conference picks in Karime Antonio Lopez, and now Sarah Portis frustrated to have the whistle blow against her as it sets up a free kick here.
Girl, stop talking before you get a yellow card.
Here comes the free kick. Line drive send in, deflected to Merritt. She tries it, and she misses it over the upper left corner.
Yeah, Merritt going for that top left corner. Couldn't quite pick it out. A lot of subs coming in here. One for Jackson State, 4, maybe 5 for WKU.
Take a number. It seems like it's a platoon swap right now for the Hilltoppers.
Yeah, I'm not sure why when the ball's out for a goal kick. I guess they don't have all the subs noted yet, but
right now our officials just trying to make sure we get everyone organized here on who's coming in. Jackson State, meanwhile, only sends in one. And it's Jose Tiarena Alaco coming in for her first action.
Entering the lineup for the Hilltoppers.
Hilltoppers go with the usual sub switch. Olivia Walls and Daniel Lewin back into the game. You also see Abby Davis and Matea Bradfield making a reappearance. So Egan, Simpson, and Mia Merritt off the field along with Maggie Belair.
You know, the benefit of the second half of the game, not only are we a third of the way through, but you can re-enter. So unlike the first half, taking that many starters out that early really just allows them to come back in toward the end of the game.
Kipley knocked over by Hawthorne Harper. And Hawthorne Harper letting out a quick little scream like she was going for a tackle on an open pass downfield. Let's see this. What do you think of this?
As well as a stiff arm to the throat that the referee might have missed, but
that's American football, kid. That's not soccer. Got to be careful with that stuff. But the physicality and passion on full display as Jackson State now looks to take advantage of the emotional charge from Hawthorne Harper.
What you worry about more than anything is the more you like that, the more you let stuff like that first one go, the rougher the game's going to get.
Foul called against Daniel Lewin of WKU as both sides seem to be getting physical.
And that's what we're going to end up running into here these last 28, 29 minutes. The referees let it be pretty rough. And now all of a sudden it's going to get more and more aggressive because of what people have been able to get away with on both sides.
I wouldn't be surprised if the fight started. Because both teams are getting really aggressive
16
right
and
now.
a half minutes into the second half. WKU still winning this grudge match in their home opener 1-0. Both sides are leaving everything out there on this pitch.
And this is why, if you're WKU, getting another goal on the board in that first half would have been huge. But longer Jackson State hangs around, the more energy they get.
So with the emotion hitting a crescendo right now, Abby Davis gets the throw in and gets it back out. Now it's Gonzaga to throw it in for the Lady Tigers. In the hunt for a road victory and their third straight road match to kickstart the new season. Jackson with the hard shot right to Davis, who falls on it like a mama protecting her egg.
Hey, it's our first shot on goal.
Davis
Let's
in her
go.
first regular season action of the 2025
Let's get
Swan
some
Song
one
season.
in
She's
the
hoping will
goal.
end in a happy note. And Davis knocked over by Hawthorne Harper again, as Hawthorne Harper's looking more like Rodney Harrison out there back in the old New England Patriot days.
Yeah, Jackson State keeping up the intensity and see if they can do it for another 27 minutes without making a whole lot of substitutions.
Hawthorne Harper certainly doesn't need much motion to go with it. She is playing full tilt.
You don't have to tell her to play hard. That's for certain.
This Jackson State team hoping to shake this Hilltopper team, relying on a lot of new faces to try and wear them down both physically and emotionally as Hawthorne Harper gets loose. Wiederman tries to cut her off. A falling header. Possession to the top of the box. And the Hilltoppers do scramble to get out of there.
Another chance. There you go. Play it back.
Low given the chance
Reset.
here at the top of the box to reset things for the visitors from Jackson, Mississippi. This Jackson State team relying on their hearts as much as their skill. Trying to push ahead, and Alako gets knocked over for the foul against the Hilltoppers.
Yeah, Lauren Alexander with the foul there, and Jackson State will have another chance to dump a ball into the box.
Trying to go for the ball, Alexander not able to hit it, and Alako boxing around to get knocked over. So a rare set piece for Jackson State that does have two shots this half.
I mean basketball.
A slim 3-2 advantage in favor of the home team in WKU. And Portis ready to send this off above the midfield circle. For a Jackson State team short one of their two preseason all-SWAC picks. Line drive into the box. The header wide right off Hawthorne Harper's head.
That's another one of those I've been talking about all game. You got to put those balls in a position where the goalkeeper has to make a decision. Maddie Davis chose to come out.
That was a good ball,
Jackson State got their head to it first. It was Hawthorne Harper, and just that flick goes just right of the goal.
Hawthorne Harper's been busy. The senior midfielder, also from the province of Ontario, out of Mississauga.
She's going to get a goal.
Playing with a real chip on her shoulder, had the goal that was called back, and nearly got the equalizer right there on a long set-piece setup from Sarah Portis. One thing is certain, Jackson State hoping that Hawthorne Harper can be the difference maker here today, as she's been playing with her heart on her sleeve, to say the least. 24 minutes left and change. Tops pushing to extend their 1-0 lead.
Kim Davis trying to find Rebecca Roth there. WKU's just got to find a way to get some possession, take a little bit of the air out of the ball. Jackson State's got all the momentum right now, so it's important for WKU to try to maintain some possession and slow things down a little bit, get it back in your favor.
The physicality of Jackson State winning possession as the Lady Tigers get ready to sub in a few more. Michaela Day, as well as Malaya Nuestro back into the ball game for Jackson State's Kyla Gomez and one of their leading scorers, Kayla Williams. Those two will take a break. Tigers fighting hard here to try and come up with their first positive result, win or draw, in this 2025 season. It sees them start things off with 4 straight matches away from Jackson, Mississippi. One more trip down to southeastern Louisiana ahead for the SWAC contenders, who have had a run to remember the last couple of years under their 7th-year head program leader, Ted Flogates. There's Hawthorne Harper, who's been a real energizer this second half with her physical play. She tries the long setup, header by Kipley. A push in the back and the foul called against Alako. Pretty well warranted.
First foul on Jackson State in a while there, even though they picked up the aggressiveness and intensity. So we'll see if Lauren Alexander can pump one down the field for WKU, who's been playing in their own defensive half of the field a lot this half.
Yeah. Already been teased a couple times by Jackson State after very little action in the first half. Alexander with the line shot set up off of Walls' chest. It's a high air ball to the right side as Davis pursues with Jackson. Davis with the cutoff, and Walls sends it out right to the scorer's table. Watch out. That was up close and personal, and luckily no heads got cut off there.
Yeah, no, quick clearance there by Walls and another one. Feel like we need a helmet over here right now.
If I get a concussion, will you take over, Casey?
I got you.
Throw in by Jackson. Yeah, let's get that ball as far away from us as possible. Walls trying to maintain possession, scrapping up the sideline. Davis wins it back, and Kipley sends it out. Sturkey with the high kick.
Out, and
it's another souvenir to the sideline. 22 minutes left. WKU scrapping against the surging and aggressive Jackson State Lady Tigers to keep this 1-0 advantage to the finish line. Walls the throw in. Lewin the turn. Keeps her balance. Davis. Roth. Alexander moving up past midfield. The freshman looks to Davis for the quick touch to Roth. The captain in that number 6 spot has it taken away by Hawthorne Harper.
Good step there by Cora Kipley. Can she get to the second ball?
Her and Jackson
good
fighting
tackle
for
there.
it.
Great tackle.
Great.
Both ways.
Yeah. That was just a physical, fundamental play. Nothing dirty about it.
No, just 2 players playing hard and getting to the ball at the same time.
Entering the lineup, number 38, Layla Anderson.
So there's a member of the program I don't have on my roster, Layla Anderson, wearing number 38, gets subbed into the match. Yeah, she's not on my roster. Interesting. Well, I'm glad they said it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to tell you who she was because I don't have a 38 on here. So whoever keeps the team website there probably needs to make one final addition. She's the mystery player. 20 minutes and 30 seconds left. WKU
Definitely.
waiting for the set piece setup right at midfield for Jackson State. And our side official is walking out onto the pitch. It looks like he's got to go over something.
It could be the number discrepancy that you're talking about. They might not have that number on the roster either.
Oh, boy. Well, I'm glad I'm not going crazy, Casey. I thought I was seeing double. So the lead referee pulled in here by our side official, maybe for the very reason I just called out. Okay, so it looks like right now our side official is trying to clarify number 38 when it might be that she wasn't put on the roster. I don't know.
It's 10 yards.
Okay.
That is 10 yards.
All right, we'll play on.
It's more than 10 yards.
Portis with the return. High kick right into the defense, still loose. A slide, a deflection. Bodies flying everywhere as WKU gets out of the mess.
It's the same thing.
That ball is going freewheeling out to the end of the line.
Hawthorne's
Davis
hurt.
waits for it and picks it up.
Get up, get up, get up.
And time is being called right now as one Lady Tiger is down on her hands and knees.
That's Hawthorne Harper, who's been playing about as hard as one could play today.
She has had a Draymond Green-like intensity out there on the pitch today. Looks like she just needs a moment as she tries to walk
crazy.
off that tough lip of hers.
Draymond
See the action
Green.
here, a lot of bodies flying everywhere.
She's on the ground there and then hops up and tries to get to this next ball. But
down your hands and knees in that kind of action, there could be some danger in there, but it looks like Hawthorne Harper is running it off and ready to play. Doesn't want to stay anywhere but out on that pitch. The Hilltoppers look like they're ready to sub back in for starters in Egan, Liapis, Merritt, Simpson, and one more player that I can't see in that scrum. 5 players waiting to be checked in.
hanging out back there.
There you go. Maggie Belair, the hometown kid. So 19:30 left. WKU holding control of this match since they scored in the 3rd minute on a corner kick setup from Liapis to Wiederman.
Good job by Grant Clavijo there. Oh, Abby Davis, that one
Uh-oh.
slid off the side of her foot, and Olivia Walls gets to it.
You know, it's hard to call a lot of fouls smart fouls, but that might have been a smart
Yeah,
foul.
you know, that was one of those, she couldn't tell at the
Yeah,
time
that
if
was
Walls was
definitely a
going to get
yellow
to that
card.
ball first or not, but
Looks like a
Walls
yellow
ended
card.
up getting to it first, but Davis still gets the yellow card there. And if you look, Walls gets there first, but Davis didn't really know that was going to happen. But
So it's another free kick coming up for Michaela Sturkey as the Hilltoppers get ready to sub in 5. And a yellow card has been assessed. So both teams have a yellow card in this match. Clock stopped at 19:12 left in this one. WKU protecting a 1-score advantage. Right now, Jason Nidell talking to our officials saying that this ball should be set up where the foul was,
Yeah,
right
no,
above the midfield line.
and he's not wrong. You can see where the
scruff
foul
is?
occurred. Yeah, you can see it. That's still not where it is. I mean, it's pretty obvious where the divot is, but
Okay.
that's all right.
Still a long way to go for this one. Sturkey ready to send it off for Jackson State, trailing by a goal. Hoping to scrap out a positive result and avoid an 0-3 start to their 2025 season. Sturkey with a long shot. Left side of the box, header up. And Davis tracks it down. Pursued by Anderson and Gonzaga. Davis with the ball pushed out, kept around, and WKU does win the day.
Bradfield
Y'all
chasing
see
this one
how
down, able to
Western
keep it in
Kentucky
play. Great first
plays
touch, too.
calm and
Here comes
pressure?
See if she can find
That's how it
somebody.
needs
She
to
finds
be.
Lewin.
Lewin with Sturkey on her back,
Don't
turns
just
free.
kick it out. Just
Great
try to
ball
find
there, all
somebody.
the way
Sit over
across
to
the Walls. Can
Walls.
Walls get there
Ooh.
and
Can
keep
she
it in?
do it?
She not
Nope,
on?
she gets taken away by Jackson. What a great
Good
open
stuff,
field play.
Great recovery by Jackson because
Good
she was
stuff,
beat. Great
defense.
ball there by Lewin to play that ball into Walls, and even better recovery by the defender.
18:24 to go, and the Hilltoppers sub in 5 of their 11. Egan, Merritt, Simpson,
All right, we got
Belair,
18 minutes. We got
and
to
Georgia
put a
Liapis
goal.
back on the pitch
Got
for
to put the
Western
ball in the back of the
Kentucky.
net.
Trying to provide some order, see if they can get their offensive order back in control. Ever since they scored in the 3rd minute, as Davis, who had a hat trick in the first 12 of their last match,
There you
win by
go.
10 over Rio Grande. Watches Simpson get her jersey tugged and misses the connection with Davis.
Yeah, Simpson tried to play a good through ball there, just a little too much on it. She was just enough off balance from a little push from the defender that.
Well,
she
you
wasn't
could
able
just
to get
play
to that
goalie. That'll be fine. You can use your hands if you're a goalie.
So Alaco running over.
I mean, this I've never.
It's interesting.
Well, yeah, substitutions are taking
Forever,
a lot of time off the clock this evening.
which is not Jackson State's advantage, trailing 1-0. But subs are coming in. Looks like it's Greer, Gomez, and Williams back on the pitch. This is Jackson State team with both their shots in this game coming post halftime. Still trailing 13-2 in that
Kayla
regard.
or Hawthorne, they gotta put one in
Something
the goal.
Jackson State side was contesting heavily on the number of shots that they've
Alexander
taken.
was trying to find Egan there, and well, I'm not sure that
Man,
might have
they
been
knocked over the ref.
It knocked over our
Good
side
Lord.
official.
Yeah, the sideline official maybe should have backed up a little bit there as that one was coming toward him, but
Yeah, bodies flying everywhere in a game that's been this physical.
that's a double foul there on Egan, I think.
So Portis ranging over to take the slow trot. Wonder where the urgency is. The clock is still moving, and Jackson State is trailing.
Right.
Yeah, you know,
like,
they've
what
had
are
a
we
great second half
doing?
so far, and obviously want to get this one tied up, but maybe afraid if they press too hard too fast.
They could be in trouble
Yeah.
on their
Sometimes
side.
when you push too much too soon, you
Go.
more likely to give up a counterattack and
gosh.
a silly goal from trying to throw too much forward too quick.
Approaching the final 16 minutes in the second half. WKU scoring at the 3-minute mark on a corner kick. Trying to get their second straight victory and their first over a D1 opponent this year. Be a slow start to their home schedule and to home games here on the Hill for the season as a foul is called against Egan.
Let's go. Come on.
Egan just fighting for the ball there, and just got a little too much. Jackson State, good job to be first to that ball and force Egan to make the tackle from behind.
You got 15 minutes to get a goal.
Egan, who's played all 3 matches to start her young career, making her second start after she got the start at Ohio.
Foul. Thank you.
Blows, foul is called. It's another one against WKU, and this gets Jackson State side pumped up.
And Wiedemann definitely had her hands in the defender's back there, which, to be honest with you, wasn't really necessary. You don't want to give up a free kick right there, and be much better to just let them win the header and see what happens from there.
Let's go.
The set piece is a tantalizing one, but can Jackson State take advantage? With only 2 shots today, this third one might be the charm. And you hear Coach Nidell telling his young team there's no reason to foul there.
Yeah, if they've got their back to goal trying to bring the ball down 35 yards out, there's really no reason to have your hands on their back. But see if WKU can stave off this good-looking opportunity.
Get them 10 yards.
The Tigers taking full advantage of the stop time. 15:02 left, trailing 1-0 since the 3-minute mark. Can the Tigers scrap back and equalize this thing?
Back post.
They've had their chances.
Go back post.
On the 2 shots that they put up. But can the Tigers scrap through and get this match even? Hawthorne Harper ranging back like a field goal kicker like you were, Casey.
Back post.
That's right. Let's see if she can.
We'll see if she's got a little.
She's going to try to keep it under the bar.
She's inching that way.
Kick it over the bar. Now, I'm not really sure why we're waiting 20 seconds to take the kick.
Right?
Want to take their time.
The referee agrees.
The shot by Harper.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. Just like you used to do, Casey.
Yeah, that one.
That was terrible.
And Hawthorne Harper.
A sarcastic cheer from the WKU crowd after that one.
Did that look like your 34-yarder to beat FIU back in 2011?
A little bit. But I'm getting so old now that it's hard to remember that far back.
Well, it was a magical moment. A 10-9 win. May not have been the offensive day everyone was hoping for, but you were the difference.
It definitely wasn't the offensive day anybody was hoping for, but
come back.
Taggart, I'm sure, was very proud of you after that.
Kind of like this game, Maddie Davis doesn't care who gets credit for a shutout as long as they keep one. But Jackson State doing a great job putting pressure on WKU.
Lay the pressure. Lay pressure. There you go.
Peterman fighting for possession, losing it to Williams.
Come on, better decision.
Good job there by Simpson to win that one back. You want to try to keep that ball in bounds.
Quick.
You can't keep possession, at least pump it down to the other corner and make them waste some time.
Simpson skying for the connection, and she gets pushed from behind. Foul called on Williams.
Simpson's done a great job of being first to the ball and winning. Amanda Simpson's won a lot of balls in the midfield today. Doing a lot of the dirty work.
She's done a good job as that number 6 holding midfielder, getting the start in place of team captain Rebecca Roth, who was pushed to play in the secondary today.
Great long ball there by Alexander. This one's going to get
connection. Did Egan get it?
Good stuff, Key.
Send in by Roth. Cross field to Belair. In space. Belair.
Good defense. Let's go.
Still with possession. Through 3 Tigers, but she finally gets taken away by Jackson and company.
Kenny Egan got to that ball first, but Goodlow did a great job of coming out and shutting that one down. I'm sure we'll get a replay.
She didn't even go over her head. She did not go all the way over her head.
You see promise, though. Belair almost breaking through 3 different Tigers to keep control of that ball after she broke through the first 2.
Yeah, she did a great job there as Davis gets a good turn here.
Sturkey pops her out of position.
Corner for WKU. First one in a long time. Maybe not first of the second half. It might be.
It is.
I think they had a deep
we need
kick
some more Terrells.
Or a couple of them that almost looked like corners, but first actual corner of the second half.
And it's Liapis to toe the line with the 1 assist in this match off a corner try to Wiedemann. Can Liapis make history repeat itself?
That's exactly what it's
going. Good ball into the front post. Cam Davis tries to get her knee to it, but
doesn't go.
She does, just couldn't quite redirect it well enough.
Clock approaching under 12 minutes left. WKU holding on with
a
1-0 lead.
Gotta be quick.
State.
Got to be quick.
This Lady Tiger team fighting with every piece of fiber in their being. and hoping to wear WKU down to
Yo.
see if they can steal a result at the last moment.
And, again,
Kick
I've
the
been
ball.
saying the whole game, but the longer this game goes on at 1-0, the more belief they get. Bel Air tries to win the ball there in the middle of the field.
There you go, Harper.
Day slides it up ahead.
There you go.
Good toe
Come on,
tapping,
beat her.
Maestro.
Great job there by Kipley to come back and win that ball.
Ball goes sideways out to Hawthorne Harper, and
There you
Jackson
go.
comes up
There
with
you
it.
go.
Backwards pass, Hawthorne Harper trying to win it back from Davis, and Davis takes it away. So the Tops playing keep away just like they want to with a 1-0 lead. So they try and keep Jackson State from pushing it into the attacking third. Davis with control.
There you go. Hold there. There you go.
Oh, worked out perfectly as it falls to Liapis, who's got some
good
options.
defense. Let's go.
Liapis unable to keep control of it. Up ahead, it's Williams, but Wiederman cuts her off.
Good job by Wiederman. Merritt can't quite. Yes, she can. Gets to that ball easily.
Good job by Merritt to keep it in as Alexander shoots it up the sideline and gets Jackson State a slow restart over midfield.
Cameraman, go back the other way.
But they don't waste any time with it. A quick return. Portis with the long distance shot. Can't find Day.
Great step there by Kipley to win that ball.
Into the attacking third. Davis trying to keep possession. Boxes out and gets shoved over by Greer. And that was pretty flagrant.
Yeah, that was one of the physicality
yeah.
there from both players in the middle. And then Davis just got thrown to the ground.
Yeah, that's the second yellow card on Jackson State.
Yeah, I mean, off the ball. They're both fighting for the ball. And she just.
Yeah, come on now. And that's a move that Ted Flogates is not going to be happy with, and he lets Greer know it.
Yeah, similar to what happened with WKU down here with Wiederman. Unnecessary foul. That one even more unnecessary because Jackson State had the ball at their feet. And now Lauren Alexander is going to have a chance here to pump a ball, into the box. And
second yellow card of the match on Jackson State, their 8th of the year as a team that entered this match 4th in the nation.
Wait,
yellow cards drawn.
We don't need 2 in the
3 yellow cards in this match, and Alexander the line drive, bump to the top, shot by Kipley right to Goodlow for the easy save.
Quick,
shot by
quick.
Kipley, get her,
Hey, why are we walking
on that one so well? It did.
Why are we walking?
WKU has had 3, 4, maybe 5 shots now that have been hit well with a lot of pace, but they've all been right to Goodlow's hands.
Hawthorne Harper out to track it,
that was a terrible
backwards, which is not where Jackson State needs it to be.
Yeah, and you can start to see some
desperation.
Well, now some tired legs really from Jackson State where, scoop into the box.
Oh boy, tantalizing chance. The shot by Merritt, pushed wide to Egan. No, out to the sideline and off of a Lady Tiger. It's a corner try for the Tops.
Yeah, Cam Davis was able to beat her defender to that ball down there in the corner. I think Jackson State's starting to get some tired legs. Merritt, good shot there. Probably going wide, but Goodlow didn't want to take a chance of it.
And then Roth bumping it off Gomez.
Gets to it, wins another corner. Cora
I'll tell you
Kipley will
what,
come
they have
on
definitely
go
improved
to the corner to try to whip
the
this
first
one in
2
with their left
games.
foot.
Definitely
Brent
improved.
Clavijo into the match for Cameron Davis, the hat trick star from last match.
Still got a long way to go.
Kipley, the southpaw kicker, setting up in the upper left corner. With 9:30 to go, WKU tried to tack on a finisher up 1-0.
A little gamesmanship here from Kipley as she is taking about as much time as you should be allowed on the corner kick, but
Kipley ready.
Great ball in. Good job by Goodlow to come out and get a ball to it.
Boot it. There you go.
Williams
Push up.
sends it out of the way to Merritt.
Push up. Pressure.
Merritt tries the long distance shot. Roth in the box, but Goodlow makes the catch.
Not quick.
Yeah, Merritt dumped that one back
We
in.
have
good
no
idea,
sense of urgency
but
at all.
Jackson State did a great job pushing up and forcing the WKU attackers out of the box a little quicker than Merritt was anticipating.
Looks like this Jackson State team's defense has taken a major step forward in their organization today.
Yeah, if you looked at the first 20 minutes of the game.
Get there quick. Everybody push up with her.
The next 60 so far. Been a totally different team from a defensive end. WKU still had a fair amount of chances.
There you go.
Nothing
find somebody.
To find a second goal.
Jackson State's
Come on, Hawthorne.
physicality trying
Beat
to
her.
set up a quick attack, but they just haven't been
try.
able to crack it in that final third with the right touch at the right time.
Good flick there from Egan.
Way back to her. There you go.
Ball sent back
Boot
to
it.
Goodlow
Boot
with
it.
heavy pressure. She gets it back out to Sturkey. Nice sweeping side pass to Jackson. And that right back has been pretty impactful today for Jackson State as Wiederman tracks the ball down. the offensive
Great
star
ball
of this
there
match.
from Wiederman to get the ball right to Belair. Belair over the top for Egan. Great ball in.
Oh boy, Egan on the fast track, knocked over by Portis,
Yeah,
and there's
that
the foul.
That one's borderline red card because she was going into. I mean, not my decision, but if you get by the last defender and they take you down, I'm not sure how that's not even a yellow card. But
So a foul just
nobody asked me.
outside the edge
Smart.
of the attack box.
That's a smart foul.
And Jason Nidell wondering why that wasn't the red card that you were calling for.
I'm not sure how it's not at least a yellow.
Which would be. So Grant Clavillo holding on to the ball as the clock stops at 7:30. WKU with a rare free kick opportunity. And Rebecca Roth currently sitting at midfield suffering some pain as Maddie Davis is all the way out there to check on her.
And WKU trainer was trying to come on to tend to Roth, but the referee was more worried about the wall getting set.
Okay. So at the moment, a Hilltopper player is down, and it's one of the captains, junior Rebecca Roth.
Yeah, it was just a tough tackle there in the middle, or very clean tackle from the Jackson State perspective, but Roth came into it with her foot a little stuck out, and I think her kind of, if you get some of those hard tackles on the end of your toe and it twists your knee a little bit, it doesn't feel very good. I think that's what happened there.
So Roth, the junior midfielder out of Knoxville, Tennessee, playing in a new position after being an attacking midfielder the past couple seasons and shifting to that 6 hold. And our officials are still waiting to see if Roth can get some attention from the trainer as she's finally helped off of the pitch.
Yeah, and Walls has already come onto the field for her, so we know she's coming off. But that one was...
you hate to see the emotion streaming off of Roth's face as Merritt and the trainer help her off.
The way it got her knee, it did not look like a very good tackle. She tried to hobble through it for a minute and then made the right call, just taking a seat.
You hope the immediate pain is not is the worst part of it, and the aftermath will be a little bit easier, but you hate to see one of your captains go down in the home opener.
Yeah, you really do, especially when you lost another experienced player, Riley Fennell, that, toward the end of last season to an ACL, who's going to be out all of this year, I believe.
And then
hate to see that.
You just got Maddie Davis back after she missed the first 2 matches of the regular season and the first half of this match.
Keeper, you're in the wrong spot.
Grant Clavijo puts this one on goal. I'd be
She's
shocked
going
if she
right over the
right
over the
outside
wall.
The box. Could this be the separator? Clavijo hits it into the wall.
Good stuff.
It bounces.
Push
going
up.
right on goal. Just didn't quite get it up high enough.
Alexander tries the high shot. Left side of the box. Liapis. Belair. High kick, not there. Walls gives pursuit. And against Gonzaga, a fight in the corner, and that ball gets pushed out. And goes back to Jackson.
Good job on both sides there again, just playing hard. Great job by Gonzaga, and then Walls does a good job to slide in and win that ball out for Jackson State.
See,
7
as a
minutes
coach,
left,
I would be
WKU
highly
fighting
pissed
for their
off.
1-0 lead
There
and an
ain't
eventual
no
win in this
way
home
on this
opener.
world my team will be walking, and we down by 1 with 6 minutes left.
Jalen Greer, a starter out of the game for
Ain't
Jackson
no
State, as Kayla Tablado checks back in. Pop by Simpson. Tracks it back to Belair, who's playing back with the defense this time and feeds it to Wiederman. Now to Davis. Davis sends it upfield. And that ball rolls to Jackson up the near sideline out of bounds.
All right, now get the ball and go. Get the ball
back
and
to
go.
Jackson
Quick.
State with 6:10 remaining, down 1-0.
Good job from Belair there. That one, she won that ball, but couldn't quite keep it in play.
This Lady Tiger team fighting with every fiber of their being to avoid an 0-3 start to the season. In 3 straight road contests against some stiff competition.
Great job from Belair there to get that one.
Egan to Walls, missed target on the physical stop, and Goodlow gets that ball out of there.
Right idea there from WKU, just not quite the execution they were looking for.
And Hawthorne Harper unable to keep it in the sideline, gives it back to WKU with 5.5 to go. A 1-0 advantage the Tops are hoping to make stick for the finish. Ball deflected by Egan around a couple of Lady Tigers and sent back out to the ways. Day unable to track it. Ball remains Western Kentucky's. So Maggie Belair with her sleeves pulled up to get full range of motion, ready to throw it in overhead. Tops playing with a 1-0 advantage against 0-2 Jackson State.
Comes
Gotta
right to
talk.
Grant
Gotta
Clavijo,
talk.
see if she can keep it. Looking for Walls on the through ball.
Hasn't been there ever since that score in the 3rd minute by Wiederman on a corner kick assist from Liapis. And it's another missed chance.
Yeah, Merritt can't quite keep that one in. She was under a lot of pressure, and Jackson State coaches encouraging them to take the goal kicks a little faster here and
You got
not
4.
take 10, 15, 20 seconds each time the ball goes out for a goal kick.
Yeah, situational awareness is key in the final 5 minutes, with Jackson State pushing
Agreed.
to equalize this match and avoid their 3rd
Listen to the
straight loss to open
commentators.
the season.
Whoa.
The opposite against
Got it.
Hawthorne Harper in a battle of difference makers today. And the fight for the ball won by the Tigers and their physical
There you go.
forward.
Find somebody. Good move.
Jackson with a crossover, pushing ahead. And it looks
Ah,
like Maggie Belair, after she went toe-to-toe with Jackson, is limping and trying to call for a sub.
See if Olivia Walls can get in on this one.
And she gets pushed ahead into the
Yeah.
attack. Walls against Portis, trying to get space for the shot, and she gets turned away.
I mean,
That's some pretty close-up defense right there.
jeez.
over the
Now
back.
the overhead jump, and there's the foul
Nope,
on Portis.
Over the back.
They're saying that she pushed into the back on that leap up.
Yeah, I mean, Grant Clavijo didn't jump. She out-jumped her, but she jumped over her back. So
Clock still moving,
one of those
3:40 to
where-
go. WKU trying to finish off this physical fight and win it 1-0 for their first D1 victory of the season. Taya Bradfield waiting to check in, and she will do so for the injured Maggie Belair.
yeah, Maggie went in really hard on that tackle, and she popped right up, and then you could tell something didn't feel great. You hope that's not.
What I tell
hopefully
y'all,
that's
we so
just a
aggressive.
knock
We
and a
be
bruise
trying
and
to take
nothing
folks
too
out.
serious.
A whole week to get ready for their next challenge in A10 power weight in Dayton here at the WKU Soccer Complex next week, as that
That
shot
was
is sent high
terrible.
over the uprights.
Yeah, the
But
opposite
okay.
plays that one over. That's one of those you really just want to try to keep that ball in bounds. I mean, kicking it out for a goal kick does waste a little more time, but you'd rather try to keep that in bounds and maybe
Quick,
keep some possession.
quick.
Yeah, you'd rather score.
Don't worry about setting up. Just
If you're
kick.
gonna do that, you got to put it on goal and just try
Just
to
kick the ball.
keep it. Now, this has wasted about 20 seconds if you're a WKU fan, but Leopis gets to that one first. Walls up for the header.
Gonzaga pushing it to Gomez, who gets out of a tight window as Nuestro to Hawthorne Harper, who speeds backwards to send it out to Jackson, and Jackson unable to keep that ball in play.
Great effort there by Jackson. She has played hard for the entire game. Not sure if she's gotten any break at all. Miscommunication
Hey,
there from
Come on,
Egan and
get it to
Merritt.
go. Get it to go.
Approaching the final 2.5 minutes. Jackson State pressing down 1-0. Hilltoppers trying to open the home season with a win and get their second straight victory before they get ready to face A10 power weight Dayton next Thursday here at home. Another tough
Job by
non-conference
Alexander
test.
there.
Hawthorne Harper
Quick,
with
quick.
eyes
There you
ahead of
go.
Portis. Push the ball to Day.
Come
Day in
on,
space
beat her.
against Kipley, and Kipley cuts her off. Nice play. Egan in the backtrack, looking to control it.
Great job there. McKenna
Ah.
Egan again coming back, doing the dirty work there that you want your forwards to do in a game like this, and not worried about getting another goal at this point, worrying about preserving that 1-0 lead.
Clock at 1:45 to go. WKU approaching the finish line, up 1-0. Can the Hilltoppers hold on in a match that has worn both their body and their mind?
Oh my gosh.
Trying to keep that one in, and she fails to do so. Ball back to WKU with under 90 seconds left from a 1-0 victory.
Yeah, Merritt's going to take as much time as they'll let her here with this throw in. Try to pump it down to the corner for Egan.
Egan in space with a star defender for Jackson State.
Bro.
Yeah, and Egan did a good job getting by her, and I think Jackson's legs are toast, and she just grabbed onto her, which will result in a foul and more time for WKU to waste here.
A minute left. You heard it there, the Tops looking for victory.
I wouldn't have called
And I
that
don't
one.
think
I
there's
would
any
have
way
let that one play
WKU plays this
because
ball
I
in the box.
mean,
I think it's going short to the corner to Egan, and then just going to waste as much time as possible.
So Egan in the corner, plays with the flag, and Jackson at her back as the ball gets pushed out and remains WKU's for the corner. Not a real opportunity here, more just to waste time as we hit the final 30 seconds from a Hilltopper win in their home opener. WKU trying to put the finishing touches on their second straight victory. And Jackson State staring at the thought of a 3-game losing streak where you haven't scored a goal yet. So 13 seconds left from victory. Hilltoppers throwing it in and playing keep away as Merritt shoots it back out to the upper left sideline, and that should do it. Looks like the Hilltoppers will catch these Lady Tigers by their toes as WKU ices the win to open the home season 1-0 over Jackson State's now 0-3.
All right.
Yeah, really tough, hard-fought game there from both sides. Jackson
that was
State
definitely a hard-fought game.
After being under pressure,
the
and
ladies
playing defense
definitely
for the
improved.
majority of the first half. Great difference from the first half to the second.
Definitely improved from the first two games.
Win, the first over a D1 foe
Still
this season for WKU,
things to
and
work
in the
out,
end,
but
they may have won the battle, but they've got some
this
ice
was a hard fought
because
battle.
a couple of players got really banged up in this one.
Yeah, no, there were definitely some hard challenges there. You hope Rebecca Roth, Maggie Belair didn't come out with
too
bad
bad
knocks.
Because I think we had two or three shots on goal.
Hopefully both of them can bounce back.
Compared to the last game where we didn't have them.
Even in the pain of that realization,
it
is great to see Maddie Davis back on the pitch in a regular season game again, hopefully for a long time to come.
Yeah, it really is. You know,
anyway.
They held her out of the first 2 regular season games as a
All right, y'all. We are done with the game. In-game analysis. Again, hard fought. Played a little bit better. There's still some gaps that need to be filled. It's almost like our midfield just they're playing too defensive and not enough offense to me. Because you really don't see all of them or the majority of them, especially Hawthorne, because she definitely needs to be attacking. With her skill, with her foot, she can definitely cause chaos up there. So there's got to be something that Coach Flo needs to do in the midfield. Just to apply pressure on their defense. Because honestly, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I think it should have ended in a tie. It should have been either 0-0 or 1-1. The goal that Western Kentucky scored, I think the defender could have hit the ball out to save that goal, but it was unlucky. And then we got unlucky with our goal, and they called offsides or they called handball or something like that. I don't know, but overall, it was a great game. They definitely have improved since the first 2. Hopefully, they can regroup and come back stronger for Southeastern Louisiana. And then they come home August 29th to play North Dakota. So, if you're free on the 29th, I think they play around 3 o'clock. Definitely go out there, show them some love, and let's see if we can get these ladies wheel to a win. But again, guys, thank y'all so much for being here. Make sure you like, share the stream. If you enjoyed the content, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're going to be doing some football content here soon. So stay tuned. It's going to be a blast. But until next time, guys, go Tigers.